Sit on your sitting bones, feet rooted to the floor, and lengthen through the top back of your head. And that'll take your chin down just slightly. It'll actually level your chin out. So give it a try to create length from your sacrum through the top back of your head to the crown of your head. Bring your hands together at your heart in Anjali Mudra. Strength is a gift, and we often take it for granted. And we certainly appreciate it in another person when we need help opening a pickle jar. There's untapped strength within each of us that often we're just waiting, sometimes unknowingly, for it to reveal. With a recognition of the strength that you've already exhibited, whether it's been emotional strength, physical strength, or strength through sharing wisdom with others. Release your hands, open your eyes. Take a big breath up. Exhale your arms down. I don't know, should you be nervous with the class with the theme of strength? Should you be like, oh no, what up? Slide your fingers together. Yeah, thread them. Turn your palms open, rest your hands on top of your head. Let's draw the elbows forward. Yeah, so rather than press them back, draw them forward on a little V angle, and then plug them in and reach them out. So elbows draw scapula together, and then reach your elbows forward on the diagonal angle and broaden your scapula. Do that a couple more times. So there's an expansion of your shoulder blades and a drawing in. Once more. It's sometimes hard to direct that from the sides of the shoulder, right? We'll tend to try to do it from the top of the shoulder, and that's a big one to learn to let go of. Reach your arms way out to the side. Yeah, sometimes we think we're doing something well, but we're actually wasting energy and being highly inefficient. Push with your feet, in breath and rise. Exhale and release your arms. Okay, take your chair up to the top of your mat. We'll take an L pose right off the bat. Walk backwards, bend your knees, spread your toes, breathe. Spreading your toes is this first place of discovering the strength that you have in your legs, particularly your lower legs. One more breath cycle. Walk forward to stand. Place your right foot under the chair, left leg back, lunge. Draw your belly back, raise your left arm up. Raise your right arm up as an option. Breathe. Exhale, both hands down, step together, switch legs, left foot forward, right leg back. Right arm up, left arm up. Breathe. Exhale, both arms down. Step forward with your right foot and then walk backwards. Take another L pose. Immediately spread your fingers and toes. Squeeze your shins towards each other. Move your inner thighs away from each other. So right in between your inner thighs, way up where your leg meets your pelvis. That's where you're trying to broaden. In fact, let's take our right hand to our right inner thigh, way up near the pelvis, and press it out. Now, the same, a similar action, but on an inward move, has to happen with the left shin. So bring your right hand back to your chair. Take your left hand to your left outer shin. So left hand to the outside of your left lower leg, press in. Now imagine you have the other hand pressing the inner thigh out at the same time. You're just doing it on the left side. Can you feel the muscular engagement? Okay, and then release. Let's do the same thing on the right leg. Left hand stays on the chair. Just take your right hand to your right inner thigh. Do not move your right knee. Actually, let's use the left hand. I think it works a little bit better. Using the left hand to the right inner thigh. So it's a diagonal reach. You can get in there a little better, right? With your left hand closer to the pelvis. And then you can rest your left forearm on your left thigh bone as you use your left hand to press your right inner thigh to the right. All right, and you can feel there's a little quality of something there, but kind of. But what it really needs is the hug in. So take your left hand back to the chair. Take your right hand to your right shin bone. Without moving your right knee, use your right hand on the outside edge. That's the pinky toe edge of your right lower leg. Yeah, so it's actually on the fibula, and press in. Yeah, but don't move the knee. Right? Your arms are going to get really strong, right? And now imagine you've got another hand at your right inner thigh and broaden the right inner thigh. And you can feel this muscular engagement firm up. You can feel a toning and increase in strength. Good. Release your right hand, walk towards your chair, and come to standing. We have one more, all right? And we're going to see if we can get that action really strong because we felt it on both legs. Hands to the back of the chair, walk back, bend your knees. Spread your toes. Feel how the muscle energy begins engaging in the legs just by you really trying to open up your toes wide. Look at your toes. There's a toe that is not moving. You are allowed to reach down with your hand, touch the toe, and broaden it away from the other toes. You know, use your fingers, help your toes move. And then once your toes have got space between them, settle them back down and hold the earth, not by clenching the toes. All right, keep the toes spread. Press the shins in, and if you need to, take a hand and touch the shin, the outside edge of your shin bone, and press it in, and then move your inner thigh apart. Take 2 more breaths. You should feel some good muscular engagement through the legs. Press your thigh bones back to the hamstrings to lengthen your leg any amount. Continue to breathe as you reach down into the earth from your pelvis to your heels, and you extend long from your pelvis through your armpits. Okay, walk forward to come out. If you applied that strength well, it hopefully created an opening. Take a nice wide stance. Back foot's the left foot, turn it in. Chairs to the right side. Turn your right foot all the way open. So I know I look opposite of you oftentimes, depending on how you have things set up. So just use my cues. Right and left arm reaches up, come into your knee bend on your right leg. Stand in your right heel and draw your right heel back towards your pelvis as you push down with your left heel. Arms out to a T, turn your gaze and look right. Right hand to the chair seat, top hand to the sky. Use your right hand and push off of the chair. Left arm overhead, full reach. Breathe. Step into your back foot more fully. Inhale and come up. Lengthen your front leg, turn your feet parallel, heel toe come together. Switch to the other side. Take a nice wide stance. Chairs to the left. Right foot is the back foot, turn it in. Yeah, keep the right inner thigh broadening. Turn your left foot all the way open. Root into both feet as you reach your arms up. Release the left hip so your left knee bends. Arms out to a T, warrior 2. You can turn your head and look over your left hand. Breathe. Staying steady and anchored in your right heel, left hand to the chair seat, right hand to the sky. Top arm overhead. Breathe. Strong through both legs. Inhale and come up. Lengthen your left leg, release your arms down, feet parallel, heel toe. Stretch both arms up. Open them out to a T. Step your right foot forward. Bend your right knee, pick your right foot up off the ground, point and flex out of your right ankle. If you need to hold on to a chair or a wall, feel welcome to. Right foot down, release your arms down. In breath, both arms up. Open them out to a T, stand on your right foot, push without locking out your right knee, push the earth, left foot off the ground. Yep. Left ankle, point and flex. Left foot to the earth, release your arms down. Chair back to the top of the mat. Turn the chair seat to face you this time. Chair seat facing you. Standing in front of your chair, in breath, reach your arms up. Exhale, chair pose, like you're going to sit down in a chair. Bring your hands to the back of the chair. Left foot back lunge. So it's a lower lunge than the earlier ones. See if you can bring your right hand to the floor along the inner line of your right leg. Just reach down. Yeah. Nothing to do other than reach down. Right hand back to the chair seat. Left hand reaches down. Left hand to the chair seat. Step your left foot forward. Hands to your pelvis, legs aligned. Spread your toes, press your shins in, move your inner thighs apart. Feel the strength in your legs as you in-breath and rise tall. Release your arms down by your side. Inhale, big breath up. Chair pose, shins in, thighs out. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the chair seat. Left foot stays, right foot back, lunge. Breathe. Keeping your back leg, your right leg, inner thigh lifted, your left sitting bone descending and compacting in. Take your left hand to the inside of your left leg. Just reach for the ground. Breathe. Left hand back to the chair seat. Right hand reaches towards the inside of the left foot. Breathe. Right hand back to the chair seat. Push with your left foot. Stand strongly down. Step your right foot forward. Hands to pelvis, spine long, stand tall. In breath. Exhale, have a seat. Fold forward. Right foot stays steady. Left foot back, lunge. Keeping your left hand on the chair seat, bring your right hand to your right hip crease. Anchor your right femur. Turn your left ribs to the right, so you add a little twist to your lunge. Right arm up is an option. From your heart to fingertips in both directions, reach out. And as you exhale, right hand down. Push with your right foot, swing your left foot forward. Stand in both feet, shins in, thighs out. Get it before you come up. Feel your toes spreading, even look at them, right? Toes out, shins in, thighs out. Hands to pelvis, rise. In breath, reach up, chair pose. Hands to the chair seat, left foot forward, right leg back. As you pull your feet towards each other, creating strength through the legs by pulling them towards each other. Bring your left hand to your left hip crease. Keep your right inner thigh lifting high. Use your left hand to help descend your left sitting bone and compact your left buttock inward. Right hand pushes off the chair. Turn your ribs and your belly to the right. Left arm has an option of reaching skyward. Next exhale, left hand to the chair seat. Push with your left foot. Step your right foot forward. Don't come up yet. Spread your toes. Press your shins in. And if you have to, bring a hand down and touch the outside edge of each shin bone so you can feel like, yeah, I've got this tone and this strength of squeezing in with my lower leg without moving my knee. And I've got this strength of moving my inner thighs apart and away from each other. And then you'll feel this tremendous strength through the rest of the legs. And then root from your pelvis down to your heels and press your thigh bones back towards your hamstrings to lengthen your legs. Breathe. Bring your hands to your pelvis. Move from the hip joint to stand tall. All right, let's turn the chair back to us. Stand to the side of it. So I have my right side to the chair back. Standing on your right foot, root it down, soften your right knee, spread your toes. Even here on the right leg, it's going to be our balance leg. Press the right shin in, right inner thigh apart. Right here, do it right now. Step your left foot out. Lateral bend to the chair. Soften your right elbow, relax your top of your right shoulder. See if you can slide your hand down the chair towards the seat. Yeah, so we're going for a side stretch. Keep your left foot on the floor. Could be just your big toe reaching from left pelvis to left foot. Work your right hand back up to the chair back, push, in breath and come up. Exhale and release your arms. Step together. Let's go to the other side. So you could turn around or move the chair. Left foot's our standing leg. Step your right leg out, soften your left knee and just stand for a moment. We've got to energize and build strength through the left leg. We start by spreading our toes. Press your left shin in, move your left inner thigh away. Left, buttock condenses. It expands and condenses at the same time. Crazy, right? In breath, right arm up, lateral bend towards your chair. So this is very much spine. Try to slide your ribs to the right. Sounds crazy, but you know what? You can do it. Just your ribs, slide them to the right. Work your left hand. You decide how far down it goes. Work your left hand down. Keep your right foot rooted, pushing into the earth from right pelvis to right tip of the foot. You can work your left hand back up, push with your left foot, in breath and come up. Step together and just stand for a moment. All right, let's go again. Back to the first side. Chair back near you, standing on your right leg. Step your left leg out. Strengthen your right leg. It's got to stand there and balance. So we know to build strength, we can start by spreading our toes. Work the shins in, thighs out. Yeah, breathe. Press from pelvis to right heel. Reach from pelvis to left foot. In breath, left arm up. Soften your right knee more, but keep the actions of toes spreading. Float your left leg up. Yeah. See if you can let go with your right hand. You're really not depending on it. We want to build strength in the right leg. Yeah. A little lateral bend, balance. 2 more breaths. All right. Rise tall, stand in both legs. And release. Looked good, you guys. Switch sides. Stand on your left foot. Right leg out. Yeah, the strength is what's going to help us here. Breath flowing is going to be the grace that just allows us to balance with ease. So let the breath flow as you spread your toes out. Yeah. Even though your right leg's reaching away and your left foot standing, they're trying to pull towards each other. Left shin in, left inner thigh apart, left buttock compacts. That's a lot. That's like 3 major cues from lower leg to upper leg to butt. See if you can get them all. Reach both arms up, left hand to the chair back. Keep standing and being strong in your left leg. Reach from right pelvis to right foot to extend your right leg. Yeah. Tip over as much as you want, but you're not depending on the chair. It's just there if you need it for balance. Maybe the left hand can leave the chair. Maybe not. But a very light left hand. If it is still touching the chair, super light. 1 more breath cycle. All right, stand tall. Release your arms down. In breath, both arms up. Slide your fingers together, turn your palms open. Rest your hands on the top of your skull. Shoot your elbows forward. And from elbow tips to armpits, draw back. Draw your scapula together. And then reach your elbow tips forward to expand your scapula. 1 more time. Draw sides of the shoulders back. Good. And then release your arms. Okay, go to your wall. Go to your wall, and you're going to face it. I'm going to use the wall over here. I think you can see it. Right? You can see me here at this wall. Stand close, really close, and you're going to finger crawl your hands up the wall. Yep, finger crawl all the way up to a full reach. I'm going to change my position and put my back to you. Keep moving your belly off the wall, but allow your heart to go to the wall while your armpits move away from the wall. So those are three big cues, right? Belly away, heart towards the wall, armpits away from the wall. Bend your knees a little bit. Spread your toes. Shins in, thighs out. That's a big one. Press your thigh bones back to lengthen your legs. And now finger crawl just a little bit more up the wall. Come on, go for the bigger stretch. Belly back. Heart towards the wall, armpits away from the wall. All right, work your fingers through a crawl down your wall. Next one, right hand to the wall, so it's ridge tops, just finger pads on the wall. Left arm extended out. Finger pads on the left hand. Push with both hands, turn your feet to the left. We'll be turning the other way in a minute. Push with your right hand, pull with your left. So right arm that's bent, pushing, left arm that's long, pulling towards your chest. So there's strength there, push and a pull. Turn back to center, turn the other way. Push with both hands. Yep. Use your left hand, pull from fingertips to your shoulder in, to your trunk. Push with your right hand into the wall. Turn back to the wall to come out. Release your arms down. Just breathe for a minute. That's a big stretch through shoulders and rotation. Okay, so let's do the other side. So this time, left elbow bends, left finger pads on the wall. So heel of the hand, base of the hand, not on the wall. Right arm long. We're going to turn first towards the bent elbow side, but first just check out your arms. You know, they're about shoulder height. They could be a little lower. Breathe. Stay tall through your spine. And you get that because you're working the legs. What were our leg cues for strength today? There were a lot of them, right? Start in the toes, shins in, thighs out. So bend your knees a little bit. Keep the energy in your legs. Turn from your feet towards your left elbow that's bent. Keep pushing with your left hand, pulling with your right hand towards your torso. That'll increase the stretch. All right, breathe. And now return to center on an in-breath. Wait here, going to the other side. So now turn your feet, turn your pelvis, turn your torso towards your long arm. Left elbow stays bent. Push the wall with the left elbow. You're going to feel your left shoulder blade come into the back. Breathe. Turn back to center. Release your arms down by your side. Just stand for a minute. That's some good big stuff. Okay, one more. This time you're going to place your forearm on the wall like a forearm plank. So you want to line your elbow with your shoulder. You want to make sure that when you place your arm on the wall that the forearm is parallel. It's not, you know, cocked to either side. And you want to see if you can get your wrist down. All right. So facing your wall, I don't know, you're half a foot length off the wall. You're not right on the wall. You're pretty close though. Line your elbow up with your shoulder. Use your forearm from elbow to wrist to hand to push the wall. So before you even go, you're feeling this strength, right? The push of the forearm and the finger pads into the wall, the root of the index finger pushing into the wall, the base of your thumb, the base of your pinky pushing into the wall. You will feel toning and strength through the right arm. You want to keep that. You're gonna try to get out of it because it's fatiguing, right? It's muscles of the arm engaging. You got to keep it. Breathe. All right, now turn your feet away from the wall. So you're turning open towards the middle of your room. The most important cue is breathe. The next most important is use your right forearm, right hand to push the wall. Then how much you turn is up to you. Take your left hand to your right ribs. Hold your right ribs. Keep your belly and your ribs drawing back towards your spine. And with your left hand guiding your right ribs, turn your right ribs more open to the middle of the room. Yeah, so now we're turning from the ribs. Next breath, turn back to the wall to come out and release your arm down by your side. Just stand for a minute because that took probably charged up your forearm, charged up your upper arm with strength. And then there was an opener through the shoulder girdle as well as strength. All right, so let's do the other side. So left forearm to the wall, left elbow, left shoulder in alignment. Check out your forearm. Is it parallel to the corners of your wall, right? Or is your forearm cocked sideways? You want it parallel to the corner that you can see. Bend your knees a little bit, spread your toes. Charge up your legs now. Let's get strong through the legs. Shins in, thighs out. Use your left forearm, left wrist area, left base of your thumb, left base of the pinky, each finger pad. Push the wall. Come on, push. Now you can turn your feet. Keep the push. Turn your feet. You'll know how much to turn. The stretch through the shoulder girdle will tell you how much to turn. Keep pushing the wall. Wherever your feet have landed, re-engage. Rediscover the strength in your legs. Take your right hand to your left ribs. This is extra. It's just a little encouragement of left ribs turning to the right. That's all your right hand is guiding. More important that you breathe. Increasingly important that you maintain the push of the left forearm, left hand into the wall. Use an in-breath. Return to the wall. And release your left arm down. Just let your left arm dangle and feel. All right, grab your chair. Let's put it up at the top of our mat with the seat facing us. Top of the mat with the seat facing us. Spread your toes. Find the strength in your legs through the cues we worked on with toes spreading. Shins moving in, inner thighs moving out, buttocks compacting in. In breath, raise your arms up. Exhale, have a seat chair pose. Yep. Come on, sink down. Hands to the chair seat. Step your right foot back. Step your left foot back, plank. Bend your elbows a little bit. Relax through the tops of the shoulders and push the chair. Push with your feet. Breathe. Keep pushing with your left foot. Raise your right leg off the ground. How much it lifts is up to you. Right foot down. Push with your right foot. Keep pushing with your hands, elbows soft. Left leg lifts. Breathe. Left foot down. Walk your feet forward. Bend your knees. Line your feet up. Shins in, thighs out as your toes spread. Arms reach up, chair pose. Rise tall. Exhale and release your arms. All right, we got another one. In breath, reach up. Exhale, chair pose. Hands to the chair seat. This time, step your left foot back first. Left foot steps back. Right foot joins the left. Soften your elbows, relax the tops of your shoulders and breathe. Push with your hands into the chair seat. Keep pushing with your right foot. Left foot lifts off the ground. Lower the left foot. Push with your left foot. Find that strength first from pelvis to foot pushing. And then lift your right foot up. Next, exhale, right foot down. Walk your feet forward. Stand. Spread your toes. Shins in, thighs out. Feel the strength in your legs. Sit back like you're going to sit in a chair. Lift your torso up. Press with your feet, in breath and rise. Exhale and release your arms. Very nice. Okay, let's turn the chair seat around. Stand sideways to the chair. Right leg is closest, it's your standing leg. Slide your left foot up into tree pose. You can reach down, soften your right knee, flex at your spine, reach down, grab your foot, bring it up as high as it's willing to go. Left arm up. So if you've got your left foot up at your right inner thigh, you can press thigh out, but you got to hold shin in. If you don't, you've got your leg lower, your left foot lower down your right leg. You still want to apply shin in, thigh out, but you don't want to overpower it. Option is right arm up. Breathe. Both hands down, left leg down. Good job, you guys. Let's switch sides. Left leg will be your standing leg. You could just turn around. Stand on your left, spread your toes. Soften your left knee. Bring your right foot up to where it wants to go first and just let it be there. Bend your left knee a little bit more. Hinge from the hip crease, flex from your spine, reach down, grab your right foot, pick it up. Determine where it wants to go. Where does it want to land? Option right arm up. Use your right foot pressing into your left leg and your left leg pressing back. That'll build the strength for the balance. Breathe. Option is second arm up. Hands down, foot to the ground. Chair to the top of your mat, L pose. Good job, you guys. Balance takes strength. Walk forward and stand. Just stand at the center of your mat. Stretch your arms up big. Open them out. Clasp your hands behind your back. Move the head of your arm bones back as you keep your elbows bent. Breathe. Release. Turn your chair seat around. So now the seat faces you. It's there if you need it. Nice wide stance. Turn your left foot in, turn your right foot open. Pull your feet together as you stretch your arms up, open them out, clasp your hands behind your back. Keep pulling your feet in towards each other as you spread your toes out. There's your strength. Back inner thigh broadens away. Right buttock compacts under. Side bend. So you're coming into a variation of triangle pose. Press with your back foot, in breath and come up. Release your hands, turn your feet parallel, heel toe come together. Move your chair to the other side. It's there if your hand needs to reach out to touch for balance. It's there. Nice wide stance. Back foot is your right foot, turn it in. Left foot is your front foot, turn it open. Stretch your arms up, open them out. Clasp your hands behind your back. Bend your elbows, move the head of your arm bones back. Okay, back into the legs. Pull your feet towards each other. Broaden your right inner thigh away at the same time. Scoop your left buttock under. That strength in your legs is what's going to allow you to maintain your balance. Keep breathing. Tip laterally. Yep, so moving from pelvis around the femur heads. Breathe. Push with your back foot, in breath and come up. Exhale and release your arms. Turn your feet parallel, heel toe them together. That was very good. We'll put the chair in front of us. Make sure, now it could be at the top of your mat, but we're going to take a wide stance. So it depends what flooring you've got underneath you. If your chair's on the length of your mat, make sure at least 2 rungs are still on your mat, as well as your feet. All right. Stretch up, feet are nice and wide. Exhale, clasp your hands behind your back. Bend your knees. Move from the hip joint, rocking the pelvis around the femur heads. Bring your head towards your chair seat. Maybe it rests on it. And then lift your arms up and away from your pelvis. Rather than aiming your hands towards your head, aim your hands towards the ceiling. So really reach from front of the chest through the hands to the ceiling. Back in the legs, spread your toes. Shins in, thighs out. Big reach from heart to hands. Next breath, hands back to your pelvis. You're holding your pelvis with your hands. Bend your knees a little bit more. Come into a squat, push with your feet, and rise all the way up. Very good. Heel toe your feet together. Bring your chair to the top of your mat, your seat facing you. Turn your back to the seat. Make sure you've got room to sit down, right? The chair's there. It's not going to move. In breath, reach your arms up. Exhale, reach back with your buttocks and have a seat. Hold your hands on the edges of your seat and then work your bottom to the edge, right? So hands are holding on either side close to the edge. Bend your elbows, move the head of your arm bones back, look forward. Slide your bottom off the chair. We're just doing a tricep dip, right? So down to the earth with your butt, pick it back up and put it on your chair. All right, so we're going to do, that was 1. Let's do 5 more. You ready? Relax the tops of the shoulders. Move the head of the arm bones back. Use your legs. You know to spread your toes. You know to do shins in, thighs out. Use the leg strength. So you're not just depending on triceps. There's 2. Let's keep going. 3, 4. All right, last one to count. And back onto that chair. Yeah, very good strength to have, right? Okay, so adding on to that, hands to the chair again. Slide your butt off a little bit. Bend your elbows, move the head of the arm bones back. Energize your legs. They got to be strong. Pick your pelvis up, push with your hands. Lift your pelvis up so you've got a little bit of a reverse plank. For some of you guys, staying here is good. Do not lock the elbows. Find the strength without hyperextending in the joint. For some of you guys, let's stretch a leg out. Pick your right leg, try to stretch it out. Right foot still stays on the ground. Good, right knee bends, right foot back underneath the knee. Left leg lengthens out, left foot to the earth. Left leg long. Left knee bends, left foot standing again, pelvis back to chair. Sit. How'd it go? You got 1 more. All right, so you've got some choices. You could do the tricep dips, right, that we did as the first move. You could do the variation of a reverse plank, Katsupatapitham, where the knees are bent. Or you could step out to where both legs are long. So we truly are reverse planking. Okay, so you've got your choices of what you're going to do. No neck tension, no grip in the jaw, right? That's what we're listening for that. If you're strong in your legs, you got this. All right, so spread your toes. Bend your elbows a little bit. Move the head of the arm bones back. Stay lifted through your heart, toned through your belly. Slide your bottom off. Maybe you're going to do dips. Maybe you're just going to pick your pelvis up and keep your knees bent and stay here. Explore, maybe extending both legs. Push with your arms more. Use your legs more. Spread your toes. Don't clench your toes. Spread them. I know, even with legs long, tone, 2 more breaths, whatever you're choosing. All right, if your legs are extended, walk them back in, work your bottom onto the chair and have a seat. Very good. That's huge strength, whatever you chose, right? Big strength. It's a progression of strength. So well done. Step your feet out wide. I'm going to move my chair in a moment, but you can just stay where you're at. Forward fold. Forward fold. Hands can stay on the legs. Hands can go to the floor. Excuse me, whatever you're choosing, just let your head release. Couple more breath cycles in this forward fold. Move your hands back up to your thighs if they're on the floor. Push with your hands, lift your torso up. Okay, you could just stay where you're at, unless you want to move your chair. You don't have to. Cross your right leg over your left. So figure 4, outer hip stretch. You did a lot of balancing today, single legs. In breath, both arms up. Exhale, forward fold. You could rest your hands on your legs. You can reach for the floor. We're really after feeling a sensation of stretch in the right outer hip joint. Those muscles that wrap around the buttock and help support the hip joint, both in giving it its stability, its strength, as well as its freedom to move. Often enjoy this stretch, right? You can feel them all the way up into your back sometimes. 2 more breaths. In breath and come up. Uncross your right leg, cross over your left, spread your toes. Inhale, reach up. Staying long as you forward fold, as long as possible. Stay long through the spine. There'll come a place where you've got to flex the spine, and that's fine. Hands can touch the leg or reach for the floor. Breathe. So right leg, the right leg, the one with the foot on the ground, that one's got to stay steady. If you're seeing your right knee kind of track inward or it's wiggling side to side, settle that down. And you settle it down from all the cues of class today. Yeah, it just starts with spreading out your toes, breathing, stand in the right heel. And then even here, I know you're heavily thinking about like the sensation of the left buttock, left low back, you know, the muscles around the left hip joint. Cool. But what if you got busier on the right leg and stepped into your right heel without doing any big action, just a very small action, shin in, thigh out on the right leg. And see how that affects the opening on the left. You can master and muster up that energy through the right leg, even here in seated, you'll open a little bit more on the left. Okay, push with your right foot, inhale and come up. Uncross your left leg. Work yourself to the edge of your chair, push with your feet, in breath and rise. Exhale, release your arms. I did not forget about our lunges. You may have thought we sat down and I forgot. So we'll do just one set of lunges, right, left. If staying with lunges with the chair is important for you today to stay with the chair, please stay with the chair. And then we'll do a set of walking lunges, right? Or not, maybe you're gonna stay with the chair. All right, right foot forward, left leg back, lunge. Give it a shot. You've done a lot of strength work today, so your ability to tap into your strength may really be here. So see how less you can depend on the chair. Bring your torso right on top of your pelvis. Pull your feet towards each other as you spread your toes out. Breathe. Let your right buttock descend. Keep your left inner thigh lifting. And then bring your back knee down and then right back up. Step together. Other side. Left foot forward, right leg back. And just check it out because, you know, we did focus a lot on strength. How you're doing in the legs. Are they tired? And they're like, no. Or are they really jazzed? And they're like, yeah, nailing it. Pull your feet towards each other as you spread your toes out. That's this beginning of tremendous strength through the legs. Keep standing in your left heel, spreading out your toes. Let your left buttock descend as your right inner thigh lifts. And then just bend your right knee and your left knee so your right knee goes down. And then push with both feet to come back up. Step together. Okay, you can stay with that. If you're going to stay with that, keep it really super slow and strong, both on the descent and the rise. You're demonstrating your strength. You can also join me in walking lunges. So you have a choice how you're going to complete your lunges for today. Hands to pelvis, very safe place. Hands to head, a little wilder and crazier, depends more on the leg strength. Arms overhead, same thing, a little wild and crazy. And it really requires you to be steady and true in the lower body and aligned well. So if your front knee starts wiggle woggling, the strength's not there, right? So maybe go back to the chair, all right? Watch your front knee on these, that it's not falling inward or shooting outward. Okay, pick where your hands are gonna go. Right foot forward lunge. Find your position, breathe, stack yourself on top of you. Pull your feet towards each other, back knee down, back knee lifts. Breathe. Step heavy into your right foot. Decide, are you going to take a bunch of little steps, like little hops with your back foot, or swing the left foot all the way forward till you come into a lunge, second side. Left foot forward, right leg back, lunge. Breathe. Pull your feet towards each other, spreading out your toes. Yeah, holding the lunge is a big deal, right? Okay, control it. Back knee down. Back knee up. Breathe. Right foot, what's it going to do? Step together. Little steps, one big step, but stand together. Exhale your arms down. All right, we have last set, left leg leading. I'm so curious how, I think we're on month 2 of these, right? We've been doing these for a while. If you're new to them, stay with the chair, build the strength first. Okay, second round, left foot's going out first. Decide where your hands want to be. Yep, you got to hold them there. They can move, certainly. Track the front leg. Step out. Find your lunge. Breathe. Step into your left heel, compact your left buttock under as your right inner thigh lifts. Continue to pull the feet towards each other as you bend your back knee, touch your back knee towards the earth. Doesn't have to go down, maybe it does. Back knee up. Make your choice. Are you going forward in like one big swoop, a bunch of little hops? What you doing? Right foot forward. Second side, lunge. Left inner thigh lifted, right heel rooted, toes spreading, right buttock compacting under. Back knee down. Back knee lifts. Step together. Exhale your arms down. How are those going? All right, let's come down to the mat. Let's come down in a unique way. How's that? Step out wide. Not too wide. Oh, just a little wider than your pelvis. So we're not out here, right? Just a little wider than your pelvis. Weight shift into your left foot. I'm going into my left. I know I may look opposite. I'm going into my left foot, left knee's bending. Take your right foot back behind you. So there's a lunge. Bend your back knee, bring your hands down. You're coming out of it. You're going to come right back up. Step your right foot back out to the side, short, wide stance. Bring your hands to your thighs. So you've uncrossed your legs, stand up. Good, good. We'll do it twice, because first time you're like, what are we doing, right? Especially on video. Stand on your right foot, weight shift a little bit. So you can feel that the right leg has to weight bear. There's the correct beginning of each word. Left leg crosses behind, hands down, knee down, back knee down. Yeah, it's still a lunge with like a crossover. Pick your back knee up, step your left foot out. You're back to that V stance, not a real wide one, kind of narrow. Hands to the thighs, in breath, and come up. Hands to pelvis, right foot back. So these are curtsy lunges. Yeah. Back knee down, hands down. Go down as far as you feel comfortable. Maybe you just come down a little bit and bring your hands to your left thigh. You don't have to go all the way if it's weird. Push with both feet, lift up, wide stance, but that short wide stance, right? Just a little bit wider than your pelvis. Bend your knees, hands to thigh bones, rise tall. Second side, last time, left foot steps back. It's a curtsy lunge. Back knee bends, track your front knee with the center of the ankle. Maybe you only go so far because you're like, that's it. Things aren't going to move anymore. I've got to refigure this out. Fine. But maybe the knee comes down in the back. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. Push with both feet. Lift yourself back up. Uncross the legs back to the narrow stance, but still wide, right? Narrow yet wide. Hands to thighs, in breath, and come up. Big breath up. Everybody squat down, hands to the ground. Bring your knees down to the ground. Swing your legs around front. Get to the center of your mat. You've done well in a strength practice today. Hold on to your hamstrings. Work yourself down to the mat. Draw your right knee into your chest. Stretch your left leg out. So left heel rooted, left leg long, all 10 toes spreading. Breathe and take a big exhale so your shoulders relax. You finished with some really strong moves from the reverse planks into the lunges. So take some good exhales. All right, let's switch legs. Left knee in, right leg stretches out, right heel presses down. Breathe. Both knees to chest. Squeeze your legs together. Take your arms out to a T, palms open. Now use your arms and push down. Push to help anchor you. Keep your legs glued together. Drop your knees right. And this is going to be a strength of the abs, right? As the legs drop right close to your chest. Yeah, there's strengthening that has to happen through center. Good. Squeeze your bottom leg into your top leg. Come back to center. Breathe. Press your arms down. Open up your fingers. Take an exhale and relax your shoulders. Keep both legs squeezing together. Yes, this is ab work. Take both knees to the left. Bottom leg still lifting up into top leg. You're going to feel tone. You're going to feel your belly have to turn on to hold these legs together. They're not hitting the ground. They're hovering, right? Bottom leg is hovering off the ground and still squeezing up into the top leg. Use an in-breath. Use your bottom leg push to lift yourself back. You've got one more. Use your arms, press down, soften your face, even smile. Take both knees to the right. Keep lifting your top leg, your bottom leg. Keep lifting your bottom leg into your top leg. So right leg is lifting up into the left. Right leg is not on the ground. You did not crash to the earth. You're using strength. You're also going to get a chest opener, right? On the left side. All right, squeeze your legs together, come back to center. And let's go the other way, breathe. Left leg is now the bottom leg and it's lifting up into the top leg. You do not touch the earth with the bottom leg, it's hovering. Keep pressing the arms down. From heart to fingers, reach out and push down. Breathe. Bottom leg lifts up into top leg. Come on back to center. Draw your knees into your chest. Slide your hands up to your feet. Happy baby. Use your hands, push down, feet push back up. You can rock side to side. Getting a little rock feels good across your spine, or stay steady and just work the opposition of hand and foot. Okay, heels to buttocks, knees to the midline, feet to the floor. Lengthen your legs out. Bring your arms down by your side. Turn your palms open and close your eyes. We're so much stronger than we often realize. We will hand something that's difficult off to someone else, even from as simple as opening a jar, we'll seek help. Tapping into our next level of strength is a practice. It's a connection that we seek to maintain. Rest